All right, let's talk about something we all use every single day, but probably don't think twice about. We're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible secret magic happening inside your refrigerator. I mean, seriously, have you ever just stopped and wondered how it works? You plug a metal box into the wall, and somehow the inside gets cold. It feels like it shouldn't be possible, but it's actually just some really, really clever physics. So here's the big secret, the main takeaway right up front. Your fridge doesn't actually create cold. Cold isn't really a thing you can make. Instead, your refrigerator is a heat mover. Its entire job is to grab heat from the inside and dump it out into your kitchen. Now, to pull off this amazing heat-moving heist, the system needs a special helper. You could say it has an unseen hero that does all the heavy lifting. And that hero is a substance called a refrigerant. The stuff is special. It has a kind of superpower. It boils at a ridiculously low temperature. And that property is the absolute key to this whole process, because it lets it switch back and forth between a liquid and a gas super easily, absorbing and releasing heat along the way. Yeah, you can totally think of the refrigerant as the lifeblood of the system. It's just constantly circulating through a whole network of pipes. Its only job to carry heat from where you don't want it to where you don't care about it. So our little hero, this refrigerant, is on an epic journey. It's a four-part adventure that it goes on again and again and again, a never-ending loop designed to move that heat. This whole process just happens in a continuous cycle. So let's follow the path of our refrigerant molecule as it travels through the four key parts of the system. And here are the four main pit stops on its trip: the compressor, then the condenser, after that the expansion valve, and finally the evaporator. Let's break down exactly what happens at each stage. Our journey kicks off with a whole lot of pressure. This is where the system gets the refrigerant ready to dump all the heat it's carrying. First stop is the compressor. You can think of this as the heart of the entire operation. It's the engine that gets everything moving. It's literally the muscle of the refrigerator. You know that humming sound your fridge makes when it kicks on? Yep, that's the compressor doing its thing. So what's it actually doing? Well, it sucks in the cool, low-pressure refrigerant gas, and then it squeezes it hard. It packs all those gas molecules super tight. And when you do that, two things happen. The pressure shoots way up, and so does the temperature. We now have a very hot, very high-pressure gas. Okay, our refrigerant is now super hot and packed with energy. It's got to get rid of that heat somehow, right? Which brings us to stage 2, the condenser. These coils, usually on the back of your fridge, are the condenser. And if you've ever felt the back of a refrigerator, you know it's warm. Well, this is why. The system is literally exhaling all that concentrated heat right into your kitchen. As that hot gas sneaks its way through these coils, the heat just radiates away into the air. Now, as it loses heat, something amazing happens. The gas condenses back into a high-pressure liquid. And that change of state from gas to liquid, it releases a ton of thermal energy. Okay, we've successfully kicked out the heat. Now for the most dramatic part of the journey. This is where we create the intense cold that actually chills your food. Our high-pressure liquid refrigerant now arrives at a tiny but oh-so-critical component, the expansion valve. It's kind of like a gatekeeper. I mean, look at it. It might not look like much, but this little gate is responsible for the single biggest transformation in the entire cycle. It's a total game changer. So here's the magic. That high-pressure liquid is forced through a microscopic little opening. On the other side is a wide-open, low-pressure area. So when the liquid bursts through, the pressure just plummets instantly. This causes it to rapidly expand, and that sudden expansion has a massive cooling effect. The refrigerant becomes intensely, shockingly cold. And now we've got what we've been working for, a super cold, low-pressure mix of liquid and gas. It's finally ready for its mission inside the fridge. Its destination, the evaporator. The evaporator is another set of coils, but these are located inside the freezer or fridge. And a great way to think of this part is as a system's heat sponge. Its job is to just soak up all the warmth. So as this freezing cold refrigerant flows through these coils, the warmer air inside your fridge passes over them. All the heat from your leftovers and groceries gets absorbed by the refrigerant. And this absorbed heat is just enough energy to make the rest of that liquid refrigerant boil and turn completely back into a low-pressure gas. And with that, our hero has completed its mission. It successfully absorbed the heat from inside the fridge. But, you know it, the journey isn't over. This right here sums up the whole process perfectly. The condenser releases heat outside the box, while the evaporator absorbs heat inside the box. It is, plain and simple, a continuous heat-moving machine. And so, that cool, low-pressure gas, now carrying all the unwanted heat from inside your fridge, flows right back to the compressor to get squeezed, heated up, and start the entire four-stage journey all over again, making sure your food stays nice and fresh. So the next time you open your fridge, you'll know the incredible physics at play. But here's a final thought for you. This exact same principle of moving heat, this four-stage cycle, it's used in a lot of other places. So where else in your life is this heat-moving magic at work? Thanks for watching.